Hey, Randy Joe here, and welcome back to the channel where today we are going to be listening to the 5th entry in Arca's kiCK series, that of course being kiCK 5. And before we get started today, I just want to say if you want to see the full video of this one here, this full unedited video, check out the description down below. For $5 a month on my Patreon, you get every single Arca kiCK album reaction, fully unedited from myself. Again, only $5. You also get the entire Bjork discography, the entire Pink Floyd discography, the entire Cocteau Twins, and Kate Bush. Just check it out. $5 a month. Every video I've done unedited. If you've been following along, you know we have been listening to every kiCK album from Arca, and I've enjoyed quite a few of them. I was not a huge fan of the second one, and it has grown on me a little bit since that first initial reaction on the channel. Go ahead and check it out, as well as all the others if you're interested. But like I said, kiCK 2 was not necessarily my favorite, but for the most part, I've enjoyed every project in this series. kiCK 3 I thought was a fantastic kind of banger-filled LP, whereas kiCK 4 was a really kind of psychedelic, sweet, dreamy sort of art pop LP that I honestly think might be quite possibly the best in the series, even though I think kiCK 3 is often regarded as the best. But that is also up there in my ranking. So, you know, I'm not necessarily setting anything in stone here. I will say, though, kiCK 3, kiCK 4 are both incredible LPs, and both pretty short, which I really enjoy in a record nowadays. That being said, kiCK 5, from what I've heard and what I've read online, seems to be a little bit more ambient focused, a little bit more piano focused, a much more softer release, which certainly has me excited because I enjoy a nice ambient LP, a nice laid back LP. So without further ado, we're checking out Arca's kiCK 5, 12 tracks, 41 minutes and 49 seconds on the runtime. The first track here, In the Face, kicks it off with only 46 seconds. I'm thinking that's just going to be a bit of a tone setter. So without further ado, let's get into it. And here we go.
How does one cooks? How does one cook?
Bit of ASMR with Arca.
How does one cooks?
Bit of a tease there of some sort of tension.
How does one in the face of pain?
An uneasy opening, but a bit of a tone setter. Let's go into second track here, which is purely instrumental from what I'm gathering here. It is quite gentle, almost like a retro video game soundtrack. I like this one. It's simple, it's sweet, very relaxed. Kind of reminds me of some like great Japanese ambient music for 9 postcards by forget his name, but I'll put it up here. Okay, that was a sweet one. I like that. Maybe more of this on the LP. That'll make for an interesting end to this series. Let's go into track 3, Chaquito. And again, I can see the piano work again very much in the forefront, like what I read. And the ambient nature certainly. Ooh, but vocals are still there. We're hearing you, Arca. Love the kind of fluid vocals here overlaid. Kind of adds to the genderless, kind of non-binary aspect of the records. like the very sudden sort of nature of this piano. Quite blunt with that deep tone there. I like that one. Again, very minimal in the aspect of this record, stripped back far more than anywhere else on in the series. Here's Estrogen, of course, relating back to, again, themes of gender and transformation. Very much a part of who Arca is. And I think certainly adds, you know, a richness to the world of the kiCK series. I like the gentle plucking on this one too. Has that South American appeal as well. Still coming through in the ambient nature. So soft. I feel like there's a tranquility and a peace kind of in this finale. Because from what I read, the kiCK series is supposed to represent this kind of world in the midst of transformation. Maybe here it's the dust has settled and there is a sense of calm. I like that one a lot. You know, I feel like these ambient pieces are all very distinct, unique, and certainly highlight kind of a different feature of Arca's, I would say. You know, that one felt more, you know, South American in its roots. Let's keep going. Here is iiiii, I believe is how this one's pronounced. Another ambient one. There's a glimmering sort of factor as well with the piano. I like that kind of unique sense of production. It's almost a little rough, but it adds to that dreaminess. Like any great piece of ambient music, so sparse, keeps you leaning in, that when even one small addition comes in, it feels very grand. Man, there's a lot of emotion in this too. Almost like a sense of melancholy is what I'm gathering. Love the reverb as well. These notes fading out while these other notes just cascade so boldly over them. Let's go into track 6 here. Amrep is that one. I really like that one too. Again, very gentle. Not too much to say other than a very melancholic world is being developed here, where it's almost like a sense of peace and a sense of calm, but there's certainly a bittersweetness to it, I feel like, in just the kind of palette that it's, you know, claiming here. Another ambient one. Let's keep it going. Oh. But this one's picking it up a little bit. Oh my goodness, that like vocal effect or something there being manipulated almost feels like life forms or insects in a sense. Very alien, this world. Oh, I like this one a lot. Even that. Like a cycling bird, it sounds like. Goodness. It's getting so just kind of like mutilated and blaring. Oh my god, it's like some sort of threat is looming over. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's getting so like... It's like clipping out almost. It's so choppy. Oh. It's like when you think it's hit its threshold, it keeps going. Oh my goodness. That feels like a sweet release. I gotta say that one I really like. Production-wise, one of my favorites on the LP is track 6, Amrep. That one, I really like the production. I thought it was very soft and sweet in its opening, and really pushes it to the limit. I feel like kind of stretches out the production in a way that makes you feel like it is continually expanding on Arca's capabilities in a way. Just what she could do with texture and sound specifically. But here's Sanctuary. We got vocals once again. Experimental diva. Now that is a fair term, a fair phrase to describe Miss Arca, of course. One of the best experimental artists I can think of in the modern day right now.
A mutant faith.
Feels like we're getting like an exposition dump here about this world. Maybe this alien species taking over.
Entropy. A mutant faith.
So eerie too. Arca's vocals there.
A mutant faith.
Almost moaning and crying.
A mutant faith.
Oh. But this piano feels kind of refreshing in a sense. Oh, this feels like a release of sorts, a cathartic finish. So maybe some form of destruction. Again, feels like a retelling of some of the themes in the kiCK series. Another solid track. Not too much to say about, what we've heard, but this is definitely one of the best kicks I feel like to throw on in the background just for the pure kind of ignorable factor to it. And like all great ambient music has that, as easily ignorable as it is, attentive in a sense. Here's Tiero. Man, Arca is a sweet vocalist. She certainly channels almost like an operatic fashion vocally. Very full of that drama and those lengthy notes. Again, simple in terms of the instrumental, but it sets the tone perfectly for Arca to just flex her vocals and show off her clearly almost like classically trained, I think, style. Not too familiar with Arca's history as a vocalist. I'm not sure if she took any lessons growing up or her background in the vocal sort of ability she has, but I think vocally it feels like there's a classical operatic fashion that she was most likely trained in, just based purely on what I'm hearing there. sounds fantastic. Don't know what she's singing about, but it feels dramatic, and I feel like she executes that perfectly. Here is Msulos. Still, I feel bad. I do butcher a lot of the titles throughout the kiCK series. A lot of these tracks feel so dramatic with their fading piano notes, leaving these empty spaces. Oh. This one got a bit more of a beat to it for sure. Feels kind of sluggish and abrupt. What a bizarre beat. Very jumpy and off kilter. Man, this one, despite how sparse the arrangement is, there's so much going on. It's kind of hard to kind of take in. You know, what do you focus on? What do you take away from a track like this? This main beat feels like it's working against everything in a way, and yet it's very intriguing. Oh my goodness. I like this one quite a bit, actually. It's very bizarre. A very unpredictable beat. I feel like there are multiple beats kind of shifting back and forth as a way to not let you kind of get used to any sort of rhythm or repetition. I do find this one drags quite a bit though. At 5.5 minutes, it feels like 5.5 minutes, maybe even longer. Could be trimmed a little bit. Here is La Infinita. I would imagine that means the infinite. I like this creeping, almost industrial, futuristic squeak in the background there. It feels a little bit rapid. It's a very ethereal record so far. The ambient pieces are very out of this world and kind of just floating away. It's all about texture. And those little bits there, like that little kind of flying out. I like that piano there. The specifically rapid one in the background. Subtle, but I like the subtleties of these ambient pieces. Yeah, another solid one. Again, just solid textures all around. Not too much to say about these ambient focused LPs, or well, I guess this is an ambient focused LP, but ambient focused tracks, because at the end of the day, what really shines through are the subtle, kind of unique textures that I feel like slowly evolve throughout the tracks. So it's hard to express, a great sense of of examination in these tracks. But keep it going. Here's Fire Prayer, which is one of the more highly streamed tracks here at nearly 900,000. A lot more sporadic right off the bat. Very jangly. The plucking is very cold and dissonant. Oh. So that feels like almost like an alien voice trying to break through. Oh, going into this sweet piano. A sense of like glee and optimism in this melody. Oh. This one's interesting in the way it's growing. It's like a sense of dreamlike whiplash. I love those dramatic swelling strings too in the background. Quite a pretty track despite the wildly sporadic string arrangements that we got throughout that one. Here's Crown. Here's Crown. Very in your face right off the bat. Get a little sensual here. God, this is such an interestingly pummeling finish. That slice effect almost coming back from kick 2 era. I was wondering if this had to do with I had a feeling, with some of these lyrics, especially, why would she flip? How could she flip? Had a feeling this had to do with, those trying to understand the trans journey for Arca, especially, and kind of challenging it in a way, or maybe disapproving of it. And yet here she is being quite bold about it and embracing it. That's a very kind of beautiful, freeing track. Very unapologetically, herself. I love that piano in the background. What a sweet melody was. I love that she wears her crown line, especially. It just feels very like a sweet proclamation of who she is. Oh. Love her vocals there. Kind of one with the instrumental.
It all upside down. She wears her crown.
Love that sweet finish.
She wears her crown.
What a great final line to end it on. The whole series really ending with that track, kind of almost like, making mention of those who are maybe critical of Arca's transition. And here she is, saying she does it with a sense of pride and glee and optimism. There is no shame in her transition. And while I'm not going to pretend to fully understand the thoughts, feelings, and experiences of those going through a trans journey, for example, I feel like the kiCK series, kiCKs 1 through 5, of course, the whole, thing chronicles that of somebody who's going from their, cisgender to who they feel and who they are meant really to be truly. And I feel like as we reach kiCK 5, Arca is comfortable. There is a sense of maybe melancholy with this kind of difficult journey, but a bittersweet ending, like the conclusion of things, of a sense of happiness and optimism and, calm in all the effort to get to where she is. kiCK 5 really feels like the result and the end of this long, possibly grueling journey at times. kiCK 2, for example, was very aggressive and felt very... I think kiCK 2, for example, with its body horror elements, could certainly be applied to the trans journey and kind of going through the process of transitioning. Whereas, kiCK 3, was the I would say peak of it. Whereas kiCK 4 was the kind of come down, the acceptance, the blissfulness of feeling finally like who you are meant to be. And maybe kiCK 5 is the afterthoughts of such. Again, I'm not too sure if that is the direct correlation of the records. That's just how I kind of interpret it personally. But I really enjoyed the kiCK series as a whole. I think it was very interesting. It was very unique. Showed off Arca's incredible production and kind of musical appeal, what she's able to do with the genre and really push it into different directions. But at the same time, it really was a great way to explore these very unique and immediate themes to today's societal norms and politics. So overall, a really great series. Really glad I gave it a listen, especially since for so long people were asking for a reaction to specifically kiCK 1 and any kiCK 3 as well. I got a lot of people asking for that one. And I thought I would do the whole series, and I'm glad I did, because at the end of the day, I think Arca is one of the best experimental producers in general. As far as producers go working today, of course, you're going to talk about the very common hip-hop producers. You'll talk about a lot of popular EDM producers and people in the electronic scene overall. But at the end of the day, I feel like Arca is just as talented and as unique as an individual when it comes to production as that of, like, I don't know, a Kanye West or an Alchemist in the hip-hop scene, for example. Just an incredible producer and a great musician in her own right. Will I listen to the rest of her discography? Maybe in my own time, maybe on the channel. If I do it on the channel, it's going to be down the road. Right now, I want to give Arca a pause and just enjoy the kiCK series for what it is, especially since we do have the Pink Floyd and Chaquito Twins series to finish off. So, I don't want to be juggling too many series at once, but I won't rule it out, because at the end of the day, I do think Arca was a very interesting journey to go into on the channel here, and I thank those that, of course, suggested it. But that does it for today's video. If you like the video, please hit like and subscribe to listen to more records alongside myself. We're checking out new records. We're checking out Pink Floyd. We're checking out Chaquito Twins. Pretty excited to see more of their work, considering I am a big fan of Heaven or Las Vegas. So if you want to check out my Patreon, it's in the description down below. For $5 a month, you'll get all my kiCK videos, every Arca kiCK video I have done, fully unedited, as well as every Pink Floyd, every Chaquito Twins, every Bjork, every Kate Bush, every so-and-so, yada, yada, yada. Every video I've done this year for just $5, unedited. A pretty good deal in my opinion, but I am a little biased. But, as always, my name is Randy Joe. I appreciate you watching, and I'm signing off.